What's up, everybody? What's up, and welcome back to a rare daytime installment of this Let's Play series between Hellas and Chronos. I don't know exactly how much time I have, but um, I've had a rough week. I may have said so in the last episode, but uh, um, I'm dealing with a loss of life in my circle. Um, and this week's been rough. Um, I don't think there's anything directly prevalent linking that to what I'm going through, but I'm putting that out there because I feel there's a chance that it may come up. Last night I intended to come back after a break that required me to go and help calm my son down, and I couldn't make it back. By the time that he was fully asleep and everything was cool, it was like 3 hours later. So that's life. He's not even 2 yet. He's close, and I think I don't know. Everybody says to prepare. It's gonna get really bumpy, so just taking it one day at a time. But he's got a play date, so I have some peace and quiet at home, and I am taking the opportunity to decompress with some gaming. So that's what I'm gonna do. We are in the middle of Hellas, and as confusing as this game is, and as kind of, I don't know, based upon modern gaming conventions, I feel like the way in which they've tried to facilitate this investigatory design, this design that promotes investigatory behavior, where you might be inclined to take pictures and to write things down separately. But you don't really want to, because no game has been training you to do that since the days of, like, they used to have instruction manuals for games, and in some instruction manual books, and I'm talking about before they went black and white and almost nearly paperless, because eventually they stopped doing away with it. It was just the disc in the box before the discs went away and everything went digital. There were some instruction manuals that were fully colored, and they were thicker, and at the back they would have open space for note writing, so that was an interesting time. And obviously that was also the time of the strategy guides, before there were living strategy guides on the internet, and that was before GameFAQs, also, because strategy guides were big business, and they were cool to collect and to read when you didn't have time to play the game. So that was a wonderful symbiotic relationship. Like, you had these awesome, like, thick-paged, fully fleshed out strategy guides for any game that you wanted, that were almost like a part of, like, they came with the game. It was great. And then you would play the game, but then you had to go to work or school, so you take the strategy guide with you, and then you learn about the game. It's a great way to just get into it. Now that's all gone, and you don't get to really sink your teeth into things the way you do. So this game, I feel, is beautiful looking, and it deals with interesting ideas, and it forces you to look in closer. Like, you're applying a level of focus through solving problems that also helps you appreciate more, because you have to lean in the context of what you're actually in. Your character is dealing with a civil war where a lot of the, I think, unnecessary and problematic divides of current culture are being explored indirectly here. And so it gives you something to think about with the level of introspection that you might need if you're actually trying to put the pieces together in some of the investigations that you're doing in this game. So it's interesting. It's very interesting. However, I do think it's behind the times. Some things are ahead of the times. I feel a game like this would have, for the way it looks, aside, because you could take the same game and then you could give older graphics to it or something like that. If you're talking about the the text-based RPG, like that period, or that design, that early level, like, okay, you're in a room and you have these things available. What do you do? And you have to think creatively about the tools that you have available to you. Something akin to kind of like D&D campaign writing. You would probably be more tuned to this, and I'm probably in the minority here, because I'm someone who I think grasps that much, but not enough where it's innate, so I still get confused. There's probably going to be a lot of people who think this is a Souls game and who play it as such and will miss a lot. And then there is probably an even smaller community of folks who, well, I wouldn't say it's, no, I shouldn't say that. I would say there's probably a bigger community than I am aware of that is smart, like just picks it up. They know, they grab, they understand the UI, they figured out how to archive this, favorite that, organize their notes, be on top of their notes, pay attention, have a better memory, they know where things are at. If you're losing sleep like me, you're just, you're complaining, but it's really a me thing. It's not even the game's fault. So I'm very interested to know how other people explain. There's like one guy who's come into the chat and has said, the game's confusing, a little frustrating. But I don't know. And then of course the numbers for this game haven't been doing too great in terms of viewership. It has like a chunk audience, but a lot of people have peeled off, and I haven't bothered to watch anybody else's streams. So I'm wondering if I'm on track with it. Like if I have a good interpretation of it. I did watch the Skill Up review, where this game was recommended, and I really like Skill Up's style, but I think there's something to this game that he glossed over. When you get into explaining the investigations and how they actually come together, a document over here tells you about a puzzle over there that requires you to unlock something in that puzzle through a different investigation entirely, that's based on something that somebody told you, something you gave to them, and then all of a sudden now they give you another piece of a clue to unlock the puzzle that's part of a bigger investigation. It's like, he didn't explain that, and he didn't explain whether or not there was a system that allowed, he didn't even explain that there were time constraints to the quests. I have a suspicion right now, thinking about it, because I left to do a little bit of hopping around zones to try to get something done. And then I went back to a zone where somebody needed something, and he was already on the next leg of his own dialogue, where he gave me a picture that allowed me to unlock something, and then that thing that he unlocked gave me another step in a much different investigation that's a little bit more wide-reaching. So it could be that the way this system works is you just got to leave the zone and come back, and then you can progress the quest and either get the thing that you want, or I don't know. But this is a game where I'm very, if I didn't have a whole bunch of other stuff to play, like, I would be very tempted to play it again and to just play it better. If this game has multiple endings or a new game plus or something like that, I will consider it. I don't know if I'll do it right away the way things are. Like, I've had other games that I've wanted to replay. The only game that I replayed recently was Nier Automata, but because that game requires it. You don't win on, like, subsequent games tell different stories, are shorter, and just essentially complete the first campaign. They're not actually replaced. There are subsequent scenarios that flesh out what actually is happening. So, so like when I played Stellar Blade, which took a lot from Nier Automata, I thought about replaying that, and then I still haven't gotten back to it. What's up, Justin? How you doing? What's going on? Too hot to go in NYC sun today? No. It's a beautiful day. It's breezy. It's nice weather. But I don't know how much you've caught of my spiel just now or last night, because I wasn't able to come back. My family's out at picnic, and I decided to stay home. I went out for an early morning walk today. I have a walking group, not a walking group. I have a period where I go out and I essentially am there to meet with folks from my community for the purposes of uniting instead of dividing. America is going through some shit, and I'm flirting with the idea of becoming active in local politics. Because I think that there need to be more individuals who want to see people first politics implemented. And I don't think that there are enough people who understand that they have to occupy the spot to see change. They just are complaining, but nobody's saying I will run. So I thought, I can't even begin to do that unless I listen to what's going on in my neighborhood, and from that decide, can I do anything about it? And either way, along the way, getting folks together to talk without judgment, or at least with an open interest to compromise, would be a great way for me to do something productive, given all the hostility that's out there. So, one of the individuals, a gentleman, had been with me for several weeks, and I just found out, like on Thursday, that he passed away suddenly. He's only 33, and so I'm going to his wake on Tuesday, and I'm still sort of grieving. So I'm not out today. I went out earlier, and I decided to come back and stream, especially since I'm trying to make up for lost time for not being live for several days this week. Justin, can you hear me okay? Because you said hello yesterday, and then I kept talking. I wasn't sure if my voice was coming through clearly. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, that guy was really compassionate and really friendly and very optimistic. But that guy was also dealing with substance abuse and abuse at home. So he was also having a real heart to heart, and in some ways relying on the walk that we were taking on Sunday mornings to vent and open up and heal in some ways. And I got the impression that the walk and the tone that I was setting was healthy for him. And so I thought this was going to be going on for a really long time, and that along that way we would, eventually start exercising together, reading the same books, and he was going to help. In a way, his presence was both proving and improving the value of what I wanted to work and in terms of this little walking meeting, and to and it was a way for me to know that it was helping people. That's all. The last thing that we were talking about was dreams, after a lot of time opening up about life and about some real issues and about deep shit. We eventually got to the conversation. I opened it up with him last week about what he wants to do, what's his dreams, And he told me with a lot of passion in his eyes about how he could totally just see opening up an animal sanctuary and a lot of the details associated with that here in our borough in Brooklyn. And and then we exchanged some of that, and then he texted me later that he had even more ideas and he was excited. And then halfway through the week, something happened to him. And his brother told a mutual uh, acquaintance of ours, who told me that he was gone, and when his wake was gonna be. And then I couldn't even believe it. So I text messaged him. I'm like, Kev, because I thought if there's any chance that this is a mistake, he'll answer. You know. Um, but he's gone. You know, and I don't know why. I'm gonna go to the wake on Tuesday. I saw a very brief obituary for him on the webpage of the local funeral home, and so I will pay my respects. Maybe someone will tell me something. I don't want to pressure anyone. But today I went for the walk as part of the schedule, not really telling anybody to be there this time. I went for the walk because some part of me felt like that's where he would be right now. You know, he'd be meeting up with me, and we'd probably would spend way more hours than necessary to have a discussion about everything under the sun without even realizing the time. That's how it had been going. We've been talking for like hours. It was we weren't really in a rush. I had the morning, so even though I only scheduled it for an hour so that I wouldn't burden other people, but this guy had a lot to say, and even though he he didn't have the best grammar and he was kind of stream of consciousness type, if you paid attention, this guy read a lot. He had a huge mind map. He was tangential but not without a purpose, and I totally identified with him because I feel like I'm the same way. And even though he was suffering with substance abuse, like honestly, it did make a difference to me. And I think that made a difference to him because I don't know. He had a hard time finding people he could talk to. And he really shouldn't have, because he was a good guy. So it's really bittersweet, man, to know that we were able to share that time, but then the fact that I'm reflecting all of that on this just abrupt loss that just came out of nowhere. And I can't help but just wonder what happened. That day is my wife's birthday. It was the 18th. And this guy, he lived in our area in walking distance. And I've walked him to his home after the walk, just heading in the direction where I wanted to go. To try, this is your place. And then now it's like, there's a part of me that's like, oh my God. So he was going through something. There was final moments, and I'm within walking distance, and I had no idea. Like that kind of thing really bugs me. So yeah, man. Whew. It's rough. It's rough. I don't even know, it's like it hits me in waves. Losses, you don't expect it. There was nothing you could do. Yeah. Yeah. Justin, there's no right way to do it, and man, I appreciate it. Honestly, what I find is that, that was something that came up. No. There's no right way. That was a subject that even came up with him. It was like, there is a value in just being there. I mean, I think you have to maybe come from an antisocial way of being, because me too, to really make that connection. But just having another brain with a soul in it around you to be witness and to be sympathetic, or empathetic, I guess, does something about settling reality that without that second brain there, your mind goes off the rails. Your mind, your heart, your emotions in isolation don't have anything else to bounce off against. Doesn't have anything that represents some sort of a guardrail. The disposition of others, folks who are well-meaning and patient, can be all that it requires for you to get out of a bad trip, calm down from anxiety, come back off the ledge. And that's so important. And one of the things that we talked about was how people just need people. How the only reason why he thinks he and other people had turned to drugs at all was because there just wasn't enough people. There wasn't enough filling in those gaps. There wasn't enough things going on that made them feel accepted, or listened to, or real. And I think our ability to make it seem like other people aren't real is super painful. I think individuals who can feel alone even when they're surrounded with folks who see them but aren't really seeing them, I think can be really painful. And so there's actually the only wrong way to do sympathy or empathy or just being sensitive. I think like the only real wrong way that you can be criticized for is if there was an individual that you wanted to be there for, you wanted to have a positive impact for, but then you actually just never showed up. You just never showed up, and they just had to deal with it alone. I think not being there is probably worse than even saying the wrong thing. That's not entirely true, because people can be abusive and they can make things worse. So there's some caveats. It's not that quite black and white, but above the influence. But I think if I had access to drugs, I might not be here. Turn down tobacco, cigarette. That's as close as it has been for me. You know what? Good for you, man. See, the thing is that drugs alter reality and create a massive escape from anything that is troubling someone, such that it becomes their own adventure and their own self-contained sort of problem. That really is all encompassing. Because once it starts to affect your cognition and the way in which you interpret reality, it can alter everything that is real into this weird hazy space. And you're not really interfacing with reality. You're only interfacing with the drug's filter on reality. And that makes, I think, things more manageable to a certain degree. But it's a trap. And it puts its hooks in people and then snares them. And this you cannot trust that path. You can't trust drugs. I'm not saying that people who do them, that there's anything wrong with them. I think that they exist because people have a need. They're going through something. Maybe some people, I think, smoke for fun. But there is a point where you stop laughing as much as you used to. It's not, you're getting high, but you're not really like letting it rip and laughing and enjoying it. It's like you're getting high and life's reality is settling in. And now you're using that as a screen so that you don't have to feel that deeply. And you can close yourself off in a way. So like getting drunk, for example, is a version of that. And most people, if they have trauma that's really bad, that they will do what they need to do, which was unfortunately part of this man's case. But I think he was really trying for the meetings to be sober and to be present, So I don't know. Hold on, I gotta reactivate my card. Why are some of these doors you can't get in? Some of them you can. Let's see. Oh, where does this go? Taiju Elementary. No, yeah. Look, man, alcohol is interesting. So when I was young, I I I drank as part of the ritual of, because in New York there's a lot of dive bars. And when you get into your earliest dive bar experience, it's kind of fun because you might meet somebody. And you certainly will be laughing with your friends if you're not there by yourself. Then later on in life, as like just being a young idiot turned into networking or something like academic, you drink as part of a signal to the rest of the environment that you're not too good for it. You have a drink in your hand, they have a drink in your hand. You're both intentionally trying to lower your inhibitions so you can break the ice and just be real with each other. And so nobody wants to drink alone and be the idiot. You're both willing to be a little bit loose together. So you do that both in one-on-one and in group company. Everybody has a drink, everybody sips, everybody lets loose. It is the social equivalent to everybody taking a bump, right? But you wouldn't, I mean, that's a different environment. Nevertheless, drinking is like the low form of that. Then you get later on, and it's like drinking is to shut down overthinking, because there is a point where after a certain amount of decades on this planet, you have the potential to become anxious. You get into the age of the midlife crisis and of having a mental breakdown and things like that. You get into the age of having panic attacks and anxiety spells and stuff like that. And something, whether it's drink or vaping or it used to be cigarettes, something is there to provide a kind of a valve release for all that energy. It either shuts down and inhibits your brain's activity on that front, or it creates an outflow where you can act like a fool and then try to get some of that reality to be redistributed, so you can manage it or compartmentalize it or something like that. But then that coincides with a time when drinking anything can have a serious impact on your longevity. It's like that's the same age where the doctor starts saying you need to cut back. So then it's like when you need it the most is around the age where it starts becoming problematic if you actually do it regularly, because nothing good comes from it. Your body just can't recover from it the same way. So you have to drink it sparingly. It's almost like sacred. So I have a whole shelf or two of liquor, but they're just there. They're just hanging out for like months sometimes before I have a shot. And when I have that shot, it's because it's just too much. Like I just thinking is not going to help. I'm driving myself up a wall. It's something related to personal stress or world stress, and I cannot get out of a loop. I cannot get out of a loop where I don't like. It'll be like this. I'll be wanting to start a stream, and I'll just be sitting in front with this character, just idling, and I'll just be stuck. I can't hit play. Once I'm there, it's like, man, just so I can roll through this. Yes, having a shot will help, and as long as I limit it to maybe once a week, if that, then I think I'm okay. Because I watched my grandfather succumb to drinking, and then he went senile in the process, and nobody knew, because at that point it was normal for him to just sit there, watch a ball game with a beer. Little did we know, he was suffering from Alzheimer's, and one day when they were trying to have just a normal conversation with my grandfather, he didn't know who anybody was. And then it dawned on like my family that he lost his mind, and it was happening around the entire family hanging out with him apparently for months or years or whatever the case is, because the family would get together and he would just be like, hey, what's up, and then he would just go back to like having his beer and watching the ball game. Nobody knew that it was like he was losing touch with the reality. And then he remained kind of like that for a while. He got really overweight. He needed a home attendant, and my poor grandmother, who had lost her partner, she was doing her best, but then she died at home from a stroke, I guess, heart attack, and and then I think she was in her late 70s or 80s, and then that's when he, at some point, because he survived her for a time, but at some point, even though he had lost his mind, he wasn't even like so heavy. Like he just got really big and really old, but he also was becoming incontinent. He wasn't. She had to clean him up and stuff like that. It was bad, but he knew she was gone, and like somehow that broke through. That he would be calling out for his wife if she wasn't around, and I don't know, man. That stuck with me. Like, I don't have anything against alcohol per se because I still drink on occasion, but it just stuck with me that there's a slippery slope to that point, and I'm just as good without it. Like that's not the way I want to go. It's not what I want to deal with. I hate that that's how I had to learn the lesson, but it sucks. It really does suck. I feel like I missed something. What did I miss? I feel like I'm missing an item. I'm missing. I went around the entire school. And I think it was just to find that kid. I think that's all that was. I think that's what that was. I can't get inside the school though. So this is closed off to me. I don't know where to go from here. So I'm just unlocking these doors. All right. These guys. Oh, it's over here. There was a rift open. It's very close. No, that's not it. I need a key to open that. Where was the other? Was it here? It was here. Okay. Hello. Oh, there it goes. Alright, what's in here? Make sure that I didn't just go there for no reason. Because I have definitely lost track. Miscellaneous item required. Alright, second armor battalion. Okay. It was a war. It's medkit. And at least we're unlocking a lot of the like, oh, hello.
What the hell happened here? I feel like I'm trapped in some twisted nightmare. I just want to wake up. Wake up. What the hell happened?
Can't trade a flare?
So others can see where I am. It's worth a shot. Seriously. Let's just hope it doesn't attract anyone.
Maps in Ninja Mountains. Okay. Good deeds, forlorn fate. Okay, so we found something. That was cool, man. We found something that was important and we're helping somebody in need who... That part is cool in this game. That there are... Man, this game is so weird, dude. This game is freaking weird. Like, it's cool, but confusing. You know, it's weird. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just freaking weird. Like, finally figuring things out is very satisfying. so many. The maps are so they're like so many nooks and crannies, so many areas. What the fuck? One thing that it does have that the Souls game has is that look for items that help you know, like, if you've been in an area before, help you mark your like your progress investigating. That's there. Unfortunately, it doesn't really line up all that well because once you collect the items, then you forget where you collected them. You forget where you were. You have a vague sense, but nothing open. So it tests your brain.
This is where Agatha and I laid low for a while. She saved my life.
From where I'm standing, that's a good thing.
Thanks.
They came in the evening, two men in dark suits, their faces unreadable, their words measured like well-rehearsed script. They didn't force their way in, no, that would have been too crude for men like them. Instead, they waited for me outside, just as the last members of the sunset dipped behind the horizon. "We need to talk," one of them said, his voice smooth, practiced. I said nothing. I let them follow me inside, let them stand in my kitchen. They didn't touch the tea I offered, didn't sit, just watched me, like wolves in expensive wool coats. I spoke of duty, the greater good, and things far greater than the vigil. Then they insisted that my cause was a relic and it wouldn't survive what was coming. The other place, a thick envelope on the table, inside were money, passports, something else I didn't dare touch, a promise or warning. They insisted I think about it before leaving. I didn't sleep that night, wondering whether I should inform Vitalis. The envelope sat on the table untouched.
Oh, hey, hello. I'm sorry, do you know if anyone else? Thank you.
Okay. That is the second of the two people I needed to help. Battery, medium. This fog is not helping. This is where I started? Oh. Tight. Okay, so this is where I started. So this is a pharmacy. And then the house that I need to get to is I think, okay, so there's like two more people I have to rescue. I think it's this way. Let me check up there. Damn it. Where's Vitalis's house? Isn't it down here? No, that wasn't it. Was it Vitalis's house? I think it was here. You just unlocked a gem? What's that mean? What do you mean catch up? Like, how would that work?
Lucan and I are finally settling in. Now that the move to Talju is complete, I'm quite eager to begin delving further into the Week of Peace. This new line of research is a breath of fresh air. I was beginning to lose my mind with the constant frustrations of my Blood Queen research. Talju is the only place in Hadia that still celebrates the Week of Peace, even in stark defiance of it being outlawed almost a decade ago. I'm glad someone is preserving our heritage. I grew up celebrating the Week of Peace, and it has always fascinated me. What was its original purpose? Why did Yankel outlaw it in the 80s? I hope to find some answers here. It's good to be back among my fellow Palamists. There is a real sense of community in this town. I've also applied for a teaching job at the local school. I can see Lucan and I building a nice life here.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man. The co-pilot does that? That's pretty cool. Every 6 months, in space on archives, plus space that we reserve. The available space for active members, such your safe will be moved into temporary storage. It will remain available to you should you wish to recover its contents. If we do not hear from you after a period of 3 months following this letter, it will be discarded along with its contents. Head of Archives, National Library. Mr. Fran. Temporary storage. Okay. It had something to do with Lucan, his birthday, ID. I'll have to try a few things when I pick it up. Oh no. With everything that's happened of late, I've had to put certain promising projects aside. I am most excited to get back to the set of twin cylinders I found in Maristan. What secrets does this set of relics hold? Origin is clearly limbic. From what I saw, I was able to uncover in my research, the symbols engraved on the cylinders are associated with an ancient underground chamber somewhere in the Sinadra region. Likely long since turned to ruin. Regardless, it may yet be possible to locate this chamber. Maybe we'll take Lucan on a field trip to Umbrahan soon. I think he would like that. Fortunately, I seem to have misplaced the second cylinder. I distinctly recall having both it in my just before departing from Maristan. Did I inadvertently leave it behind? I'm so glad to finally forsake that wretched place. I may well have left some of my possessions near the Blood Queen monument. Okay. So the only place in Hadia that still celebrates a band tradition. Why? How did they get away with it? The preparations alone are meant for an event this grand. Props, decorations, catering, scheduling, all involves hundreds of people. Surely some misguided wretch would have reported it to government authorities by now. Perhaps the tradition is dearer to the people's heart than Yankel expected. The people here don't seem worried that they might be arrested. I suppose they are secure in the thought that community trumps law. With the country on the brink of war, the people of Talju are still openly preparing for the Week of Peace. And I do, ironic, I know, perhaps the specter of war is what gives them the needed cover. Anyone who would care about upholding the ban is otherwise preoccupied. Regardless, I'm overjoyed that Lucan will finally experience such an important part of our heritage. The week of peace. Do I have his ID? Lucan. Okay, so I have to go to the national. Okay. I do have his ID. Okay. So there are, now that I've unlocked that, I need to find perhaps 2 more homes. And I have no idea. Two more homes with 2 more people that need flares. So 14. Oh, this puts me right back out here. Okay, so I know I need to go back to Sinedra. But, man, is it possible yet to get in here? What is stopping me from getting in here? Oh, those bodies over there. Where is the way in? I need it. Oh, right, I need the key. What is that? What's this? It's like it would be okay. So there's a key. Somebody has a key. Let me go back and talk to the dad. If I can find where he is. I don't know where he's at. Dandelion Trust. Oh, what's this? Ah. Okay.
Thank you for finding my son.
I found your son. What do you want me to do?
We need to get out of here. But those things are roaming around our truck in the parking lot behind the town hall. Take this key. It unlocks the parking lot's security booth, right next to where the Sabs hung our... Thank you.
I got it.
I don't need that.
Sethros, grant us mercy. Deliver us from our sins, that we may walk in Sethros, grant us strength, as demons will. So much fire. They chased me. What happened? Where's my family? It's dark.
Oh yeah, sure, man. Well then I gotta apologize because
My
Hold
husband
on.
volunteered to stay behind. I'd suffered these birds with nothing can break.
I gotta apologize because sometimes if I gotta admit, sometimes if I'm distracted, I will kind of get a little bit internal, like I'll let kind of the stream do the bulk of the work, and maybe I will fail to be more animated or engaged or whatever, and I gotta recall, there are times where we're better than others, where I'm conscious of the fact that folks might watch the collection in posterity. I still have not yet began to turn the this or the Chrono streams into a playlist on YouTube. So that's going to happen. I'm just going to kind of like go down the line, collect them all, put them in order, and then people can watch Hell is Us, just Hell is Us back to back. They could do that. That'd be a goal. And the same for Chronos, and the same for any games in my backlog. So like this way, there's some continuity there. People can kind of enjoy a product. Hold on, I got a phone call coming in. One sec. Okay, I'm back. All right, we have the key to get inside the parking lot, and I think this is it right here. So let's go kick some butt. Oh, that was this. Alright, bitches, hello. Check out the big Jimmy. I could not find my health kit, and because I didn't, whatever, man. I should have just stayed on the grind instead of looking at my damn menus, all that shit firing at me. Okay. Oh yeah, bitches, I'm not done with you yet. You just done that first time. Alright. What's that door? Oh, he's got to take this truck to get out of here. And then that's gonna release. Okay. Is that it? Okay, I think that's it. So he's gonna get this car out of here, and then I'm gonna be able to go up there. Okay. That means, yeah, I've been everywhere. Where the hell did I go?
Thank you for clearing the demons.
Now, tell me what you know about this symbol.
This symbol represents the matron saint of southern Argola. You may have noticed that some vehicles and flags have the same symbol. They belong to the Deimos division. They worship her. She was initially the subject of my thesis, but I kept hitting dead ends. It was as if someone had erased her from history. She has another name. The Blood Queen.
Who is the Blood Queen?
The Blood Queen has always been a symbol of resistance against Sabinian oppression. Several statues bearing her screaming face were erected all over southern Argola. If I were you, I would go to Maristan. The statue is carved directly into the cliffside next to the village. You can go inside her head. It's hollowed out. Strange symbols are etched on the stone walls inside. I never figured out how to translate them. Perhaps you will have better luck uncovering the secrets of this
Maristan. Where's Maristan? Is that the forest from the beginning? Oh, it's a new area. Nobody has the key to this house. Okay. Bruh. Wait, did I need to dole out the other two flares? And I never got inside. Oh god. Alright, what the hell am I missing, man? Is this person still here? Oh gosh, she's gone. That means that two of the people. Oh my god, I didn't finish doling out the flares to two people. Oh man, did I fail? Shit. Where was I supposed to go? Is this? The key to the pharmacy. What? Oh my god. How did I miss this shit? Oh my god, it was right around. Oh my god. Okay. That's a bummer. That means there's like two people that need flares. Ooh. I think that bro, I didn't know he was gonna leave with the truck. I think that he needed to leave the truck to pick up everybody, every one of those people. God. All right, what's this thing? Library safe, conspiracy. The clock broke, and the hand stopped exactly in between all the numbers in our computer password. Same order from left to right. 9-18-1-2. Oh no, 9-10-1-2. Excuse me. So 9, 10. One-time secure alternative distribution. Regular delivering being canceled. All major roads shutting down. Restocking anytime soon. The war spread too far too fast. We're running out of everything. What's going to happen to our patients then? Many of them are on life-saving medication. We're an essential service, damn it. Health ministry, does that anyone even care? Citrus, damn the sip. And you're starting this war. I unlocked that to just read that letter about how they have no help. And all these people, man, that's rough. Okay. I mean, all right, that's unfortunate. I don't know who needed the medicine. I don't know where that truck is going. Maybe that truck isn't even leaving necessarily. Maybe it's just going to a different location. It's possible. Alright. Where is... How do I get in there? Handle business. Alright. Is that it? That doesn't lead to another person needing help, right? Okay. Yeah, so two people got screwed in terms of like those flares. Two people got screwed. I think. I don't know where they are. And I think for the most part this map has been concluded. So oh. Well, I don't have the right material for this. I need 2 of a specific type of item. And I mean, I need, well, yeah, I need 2 for 2 different locations. I have not found it yet. Let's make sure. Okay, load out. Inventory. Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone left here now. You're kind of thinking me, but I don't think there's anyone.
Damn. Hey, how do I get across to that side? This is locked off. A hat. Okay. Again. So what is this? Veteran? What's this? My hat is the closest thing I have to a home right now. Veteran, same shit, different day. Why do I want different hats and not like, and why are there chests that you can't open? They look like chests. They don't look like storage. Like that's not a loot. This is a glowing item is a loot. Is loot, but not. That's weird. All right, so, oh man, see, and then by the time that I replay this game, if ever, I'm gonna forget where half this shit is. Oh well. Freaking barn. You know, I saw the barn, and then I think I turned to explore, and then I winded up like never going back to check the barn, and that's why I missed it. Because I just got distracted, kind of going in a different direction, and I never missed it. All so far the 3 of the contacts were inside buildings. So this building was one. That barn was the other. Um. Yeah, one in here. No clue about where the other one is. Really intricate maps, man. Really, really almost frustratingly intricate maps. Does this go? Oh, cute. That actually makes noises. Everything else is mad stiff and static, but that makes noises. Okay. That one spins. Where didn't I go? What area was this? On another thing to investigate. I'm just trying to find the last person to satisfy my curiosity. Like, what area didn't I explore? Just trying to find. There's a building, quite likely, that has a entry that I did not pay attention to. So I'm trying to find what that is. To be fair, like I just came through here. It doesn't seem. No. I feel like this map's entirely open now. This map is like entirely open now. I don't see where. No enemies, it's clear. I've killed everything. No clue where yet the final building is. This is this guy's house. That's the train yard. I can't get through here. This is nothing. Dead end. No way around up. Nothing in that corner. I really like. The last one you just don't find. The last guy you don't find and give the flare to. I wonder if my man can even fit in those buses. He seems like larger than the door to those buses. Not sure if he can fit inside even. Nothing in here and nothing back here, right? I need some items to come back and deal with that. One guy in there, which I already checked. Yeah, I feel like I've been everywhere. Where is the... Man, that's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me so much. Like, I can't be here forever, but that is gonna bug me. Like, what a... Like, if I find it, I'm gonna be... Oh, there. You know, like, it'll be one of those things. But... Right now, it, yeah, I feel like I've been to every building twice. Or more times. Just the person that's behind there. Thing is, they're mad quiet. Terror suppressor stable. You know, so the NPCs, with so many bodies around, unless I like catch them, I mean they do look a little bit brighter, but I think it would be possible to miss one. You know, just because they're very quiet and they're kind of. Like, they're not moving too aggressively. You know, so. Okay. I mean, either way, I mean, I think I felt it. Like I said, I was just here for my curiosity. I wonder if they give you 4, but you actually only need 3, or do you need all 4? You know, because I could see it being in a situation where they give you 4, in like. I don't know if it's possible to destroy them. Maybe they give you 4, it's just 1 extra, throw you off a little bit, and you're done at 3. You know, possible. Why would yo? It's so weird. Also, that that uh, pharmacy gives you um, the pharmacy gives you access to a computer that only gives you a document. It doesn't give you any loot for your troubles. You know. So you unlock it, and then it's just some information regarding supply lines getting beat up. Unless that's somehow relevant. You know what did, let me see. So two of those areas was upstairs. So in terms of like what we could be looking at to narrow it down is there should be an interior that is high up on a second floor. Why is that? Is it possible for me to find another residential spot with an upstairs area? And if so, oh, why the hell isn't it marked on the damn map? You know what's interesting? I have not found the garage since I got into this area. Isn't that freaking nuts? I've been going in circles, and I didn't I have not rediscovered the garage. That means that I keep making the same turn somewhere, and I'm not going back. I keep not taking a different turn. So maybe it's back there somewhere. Yeah. Instead of being over here. Possible. Right, okay, so this is where I started. And then the garage is it. Okay, so what the hell's over here? Oh, okay. It goes up to the railway. Then we have the tanker. Hello. Did Boros make it out, or did he leave? They never got him.
I'm not sure this will be useful anymore.
Ah, damn. He was one of the ones that you got to talk to.
I heard a truck driving past. It must have been the last of the survivors.
Are you going to be okay?
I'm a little heartbroken to be leaving the shop behind.
Yeah, okay, so he was one of the guys I needed to give the flare to. I did not help his cause. Alright. Mystery solved. Mystery solved. I was only able to rescue half these guys. Bro, you got this truck right here. Why don't you just leave with this shit? Alright, we have to go back to... God, I don't even... We got a new location to visit. I'm not even sure where to go now. Research.
Find anything out there? Interesting. I'll look it up.
From the political large about the ban on the beloved traditions of Carnival and Week of Peace. Part of a Haitian culture for over 1,000 years. Suddenly and without warning, President Jurian Yankel would outlaw all forms of the dual celebration. This justification of the ban was given as a bid to unite the country. The celebrations were blamed for increasing ethnic tensions. The people were understandably upset, but after decades of state oppression, no one dared protest. This is like... It's like canceling DEI. Almost.
Interesting find. Let's see what the server can tell us about it.
This journal belonged to Orunwe Mateos, a member of the Full Guard. It was discovered in 1972 the vigil managed to open a vault of forbidden knowledge for the first time. The journal outlines an expedition into the Umal Caves in 1502 led by General Cyrene, the Warden of Grief. It contains a trove of information about the activities and organization of the Full Guard of old. More importantly, it confirms the existence of a sacred artifact hidden deep within the Umal Caves. It was exactly the vigil needed to revitalize a languishing search. Okay.
I found a vault of forbidden knowledge in the Vissa Hills.
Search the vicinity of the waterfall and the Visa Hills. The Vault of Null. Okay, tight. So... I can't look at my inventory right here. I feel like I need to. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. We're gonna archive that. I don't think there's anything more left there. Okay, this is in Mariston. This is for the so these keys go to Mariston. What about this? Found at Vitalis' house. Should I have given these keys to Vitalis? No, probably not. I don't think so. But he has a car. I suppose I just need to find this car. This has a sickle on it. Maybe if I find this car with the number 32 on it, maybe I need to pay attention to that region. In Jova. And I just never looked. National Library, National Library. Okay, this I can archive. The Ram's Head. I think I did this one. This medicine, I don't know who this belongs to. This may belong to one of the... Oh my god. There was a group of people, and there were car keys that they needed so they could leave. But one of them, I think, needed pills. I found the pills. But I've already given them the car keys so they could leave. So that means I don't know where the hell they went. I think I'm gonna have failed this one as well. I gotta go to the trenches. I think that's it. I think it's just that item I had to deliver. Everything else is in Mariston, if I'm not mistaken. These are miscellaneous, so this is just story-related items. This is in Mariston too. This is Jova, so I could check the city of Jova to see if there's a car that looks like that. Vitalis' house. And then this? What the hell is this? Sinedro Forest. So if I go to Sinedro Forest, there might be a path south. Okay. Like, southeast almost. Okay, so let's go to Sinedro Forest. Okay. And this is where like I started. So I want to head east from here and look for another, I don't know, like another route or something, because class does not tell me what I need.
Thank you so much for help. I brought everyone willing to come. None of the...
Do you know anything about the tower?
Please, don't tell my father about this. But my brothers and I used to go there when we were kids. We were always trying to find a way inside until we never went back.
How are you holding up?
It's so good to see my pops again. I wish it were 100.
My son has returned.
How's Atticus doing?
He's a Cadell. He'll pull through. The things
How are things?
mere words cannot express the joy I feel. He helped these poor souls get by. The Saab soldiers never found Myra.
Sethris gaze upon you, stranger. If not for you, I don't think...
I really don't need them. Mr. Atticus is the coolest. He brought me and Mrs.
Wasn't it one of these people who needs the medicine? Here's the car. Oh, the frickin' baby bottles. Not that they'll do much good now. But,
Thanks, but... Thanks.
I don't know who needs the medicine. I don't remember who it was. I think it was a group of people that were holed up. If it wasn't a group, it wouldn't be this map. It would have been a different map. Kind of back corner. Also, what the hell did it say about... Bro, what side are they talking about? Like, where is this? Where's this path? That they're saying is. I'm heading north, and I would like to go east, and this is just the path out here. What the hell? Like that particular map doesn't make any damn sense. I could try to go north a little bit and then cycle back around, I guess. Oh yeah, this area here. Yo, every time that I get live, I get an advertisement for buying views, and I swear, I feel like, obviously, I'm being tracked, and I'm probably not the only one. But it's a little weird, you know? Like, there's this, apparently, there's this, there's this drama going on like this crackdown happening on Twitch, trying to remove bots from, you know, I don't know. What's this? Devin Nash explains it really well, and he kind of breaks down how there's been some corruption of the Twitch viewing sort of thing going on, and where is this? That's where. Okay. Alright. We may need to look through those tunnels again. But before we do, I want to go straight to the back where this other tunnel was. Was it? Oh, it's right here. Oh, I don't hear anymore. Oh, she's alive.
Oh my goodness. It feels... I have no idea what to do now. This is Gant's map? With any luck, as soon as we gather our strength, we'll set off.
Thank you kindly, sir. I wouldn't know.
Wait. I don't. I only have this one. It's not gonna work. I do have this. I do not have the other one. Okay. Alright, so now we know that whenever we get the last limit rock from there, I've got to come back here and remember that this is... Oh my god, how am I gonna remember that shit? Never gonna remember that. Okay. Alright, well, whatever, man. I saved their asses. Okay. Let me. So the map was for them. That wasn't even for me. Okay. Where is that temple? No, it's over here. I hear the scream. I don't have the item that opens this. Looks like that statue is screaming. I don't have the item for it. Okay. Let me see here. Mysteries in Sinedra. Limbic door. Sinedra hilltop. We don't know where the time loop is out here. We don't know where the rewards are for the... Like, who do you go to get the rewards for the Limbic Forges? Now that we have these Limbic Forges, I don't even know where to go. A reward may become available. Says who, man? Like, you can go back to an NPC, but if you go back to the location where Limbic Forge was, what does that do? I only have one of these. There you go. It doesn't just leave it in there. I hold on to it. I don't want to hold on to it. Oh. Right. Okay. And down here? Is this closed off? Is there... Oh, is this completely closed off? Oh, interesting. So they do seal off certain areas. Maybe that was the tutorial area. So alright. I travel back to the NPC. What am I missing? I think I think that woman needed the pills. But maybe it was a different lady. I won't know.
Let me know if you want more of the main. Find something interesting? Good find. I'll look it up.
Vanderlyn family's financial empire. Vanderlyn family played a pivotal role in the advent of modern centralized banking in the late 19th century. Accrued political favors from the world's most influential nations. Those were even rumored to be involved in the laundering of the Nazi gold during World War II. Today, their banks operate in virtually every country in the world. Estimate that over half the world flows through their coffers yearly. The privately held corporation has had how to move nations playing kingmaker or funding entire wars. No surprise that Vanderlyn is the only foreign entity operating within Hadia. Giuliani Uncle personally approved the corporation shortly after coming to power in the early 50s. Depockets easily bypassed Miles. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm supposed to go back to the Visa Hills to check up the hold on. Oh man, okay, there are a couple. I feel like was this supposed to go back? Damn. we have the 2 areas of lead to go through. We have Jelgin, and now we have Maristan that have been unlocked. And then we have the Akasha Marshes and the forge. I mean, not the forge. The blacksmith, Victor Gaz. Vicinity of the waterfalls. I think those are self-contained dungeons. We could go try and go for them right now. These cryptic clues, they make something up. National Library. Return these keys to Maristan. Dova, Akasha Marshes. National Archives. I don't know who this teacher is. I haven't found her. I don't know where she's at. So those are the only investigatory items that I have. I think I figured that out. We'll archive that. Archive this. I don't think I need this for any reason. Okay, so there are a couple of places that I want to go. One is, I think, Akasha Marshes. And what I want to do is check there for that car and just look around the town and see if I see it. Because I think maybe, like, why would the keys be Okay, no help. All right. Well, I don't see any car. I don't see any car like close by. I would have thought that maybe so that car, for whatever reason, its keys have been separated and the car was abandoned someplace. Which I guess, yeah, sure, fine. You know, I'm thinking why would it be, I'm dumb. Like why would it be far from the car? Because people don't necessarily need to keep their car keys in their car, do they? It is possible. I mean, one, that car could be anywhere. They could be preserving that card for me to discover it in a completely different zone as well. Let me, I think possibly that there is a no, the path isn't here. It's path is in here. Bro, the strategy guide for this would be freaking huge. I don't see many cars out on the road. And I don't recall very much stories about Vitalis' ride. So far playing the game. I don't even know exactly where I got these keys. But sometimes they drop with items. In fact, I might even be able to, you know what? I might even be able to utilize community. Good old community. It's possible if I just look this shit up, I'll find out what I'm asking. Let's see. Oh right, okay. Those switches. Yeah. Okay, let me look it up real quick. Let me see what happens when I Google something. Used to open the jar, half buried in the water, directly north of the hanging tree in the marshes. I'm sorry. Wow, that's bananas.
Victor, I am so sorry for leaving so suddenly, especially with your training nearing completion. If you're listening to this, then you've proven quite resourceful once again. Please forgive the gambit, but I had to ensure these items did not fall into the wrong hands. Everything is here for you. I've left a tome containing additional lessons in limbic foraging. Other such tomes exist if you wish to seek them out. The pendant is normally only passed down to ordained members, you know this. Given the circumstances, I thought you should have it now. Wear it proudly. You deserve it.
Man, I've run around this place. There's so many cars, and that it's not like, man, it's in plain sight. That's wild. I would not have really. I don't think I would have found that ever on my own. Bananas, dude.
Welcome back. Let me know if you... So he did plan to give me one after all. What needs my attention? Whoa! Vitalis never told me that we could do this. From now on, I'll be able to convert the shards.
Ah, smart. I need large. Inventory. Okay. So I don't have any. You can infuse neutral into any element. They all require neutral. Okay. You can't upgrade neutral shards. Fair enough. Okay, go community. It's possible. I think that that woman and that kid are who went to the first place, but she didn't need the pills. You know? So yeah. I'm sorry? Are you downstairs? Mm-hmm. I mean, we can bring you up. It's no problem. Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on a second. This pill bottle. They say it's in. They say it's in Taliu. Oh, the guy I'm looking for is in... Okay, see, that makes more sense. Oh my god, you know what's crazy? So some of these NPCs move around. The object is in a different location, and then where you get the reward is from somebody in a third location. Bruh. Okay. All right, we're gonna call it here for now. I think we've had a nice sesh, and I will possibly come back tonight to continue this or to switch gears and play some Chronos. So if you've enjoyed your time, thank you very much, and I will see y'all again real soon. All right.